Hello there. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Health and Environment Insights. I am Kemi Adeniyi. Today on the program, we're going to be taking a critical look at environmental sanitation in combating Lassa fever here in Ondo State. And so to join me in today's conversation, I have with me the Principal Health Officer from the Ministry of Environment. I have Abimbola Ayonleye Adegbenro. Welcome to the program.
Good morning.
It's good to have you today.
Thank you. Good morning.
And so I would like to start this way. Can you tell us what role your department is playing in combating Lassa fever?
Thank you. To start with,
Yes,
we need to let people know what Lassa fever is.
absolutely.
Lassa fever is an hemorrhagic fever which is caused by Lassa virus. And this fever is commonly transmitted through rodents known as mastomid rats.
Okay.
So that is the causative agents of this Lassa fever. Then we need to let our people know the symptoms. What are the likely symptoms when someone has this Lassa fever? The symptoms are fever-like symptoms, which are headache,
Okay.
high temperature.
All right.
When we talk about shivering, we talk about bleeding,
Okay.
swollen eyes.
All right.
So these are symptoms of Lassa fever.
Okay, I know for a fact that if you're in your office, your voice is going to be louder than this, and so I need you to really match up with the volume. And so I want to find out, in what ways can we use environmental sanitation to combat this fever?
Thank you. When we say environmental sanitation,
Okay.
it cuts across different activities.
All right.
One, when we talk about personal hygiene.
Yeah.
Two, when we talk about the clearing of bushes in your environment, the evacuation of waste,
All right.
because this waste
Yes.
is a breeding space for these rats we are talking
The
about.
disease. Okay.
And you know the causative agent, which is the rat, they have this high proliferation rate of breeding. So you don't, when rats are pregnant and you want to give birth, you see them giving birth to like 13, 14. So they have this high proliferation rate. And so you evacuate the waste in your environment, even the illegal dump sites in your environment. They are also breeding space for these virus that we're talking about. So those are environmental sanitation practices that we're talking about.
Okay, maybe you should now explain to us some specific measures that we can, take to eradicate this breeding, whereby, I mean, you talked about environmental sanitation. A lot of people would claim that their houses are clean, their offices are clean. A lot of people even believe that rodents are not present in offices or hospitals, for instance. So tell us specifically what steps we can take as individuals and community so we can eradicate the spread of this disease.
Thank you. One, the practice of environmental sanitation, like we've discussed. During environmental sanitation, this is the last Saturday of
every month.
Every month.
Yes.
we tell people to clean their environment because we say holiness is next to godliness. So when you live in a healthy environment, then you'll be free from diseases. Then two, in environmental sanitation, like I said, the clearing of our environment, the clearing of bushes, because the rats, they live in the bush. So it is when they have the breathing space, they burrow in and enter our houses. But when we live in an healthy and a very clean environment, you will not see them in and around us. Then the waste, like I told you about, illegal waste, when you see people, those ancient waste behind our house, the dump site, you see them around. Don't get around. You try and evacuate them. Then even in our houses, our dustbin, you try and empty it. And we tell people, if you want to use dustbin in your house, you use a prescribed dustbin, which is the dustbin that has a cover.
Okay.
Do you understand?
All right. It must have a cover.
So that is the prescribed dustbin. Then the cleaning of our environments, we practicing proper hygiene. Let our body and everything be hygienic. Even to people that sells food, we also sensitize them on the need of these to maintain cleanliness. Let their environment be clean. Proper hygiene in even the cooking and everything they do, then everything be clean.
Now, that takes me to ask you. You see, people need not to be ignorant, and one of the ways to curb ignorance is to impart knowledge. Now, let me ask you, in what way is your department sensitizing the public as regards their health in this regard?
Thank you, President. In our ministry, not my department, we conduct sensitization regularly.
Okay.
The last time we had one at Okearu Market, in which I led the team. We went there to sensitize the people in Okearu and the environs on the importance of cleanliness.
Right.
Let them know what Lassa fever is and how they can prevent Lassa fever. Then that one, community engagement. You engage your people. Let them know the importance of these control measures. Because if they don't know it, if we don't engage them, if we don't practice it in their presence, they won't know what to do when they get home. Then we do community sensitization.
How often do you do that?
The community sensitization is not only done, when I say we, the Department of Environmental Service at the local government level, we also work together because they report to the Ministry of Environment. So in the 18 local government area of the state, we do it through house-to-house campaign. We go house to house. It's our daily routine.
Wow.
House-to-house inspection. So through there, when we dictate anything, we let them know. You sensitize them. Do you get me?
Yes.
We go to churches to sensitize people. We also we conduct trainings for food handlers and fruit handlers.
I was just about to say that. What ways, the door-to-door sensitization, does it include hotels, eateries, food handlers, especially the local food vendors?
When we say food handlers, hotel, don't they prepare food there?
Oh yes, they do.
Also we sensitize them. We do. The eateries, we conduct trainings for them.
What about the local food vendors?
Well, we have their contact, the president and the ESCOs. We conduct training for them around the state, across the state, not only in Akure local government. So at times we sectionalize it. It could be senatorial, it could be local government. We go out to sensitize them. They need to know the importance of this, that they must practice proper hygiene in preparing wholesome food. The food has whatever they want to prepare for human consumption.
Exactly, for the general public.
To be wholesome.
All right. Okay, so I'd like to find out if there are policies or measures that the government is taking to eradicate the spread of Lassa fever.
Yes.
How effective are they? I mean, if these measures
Our
truly
government, we
exist.
should thank the present government of of Ondo State.
Okay.
They support us through rodent control exercise. We call it deratization. They provide rat bait for us, and
Okay.
we distribute it across the endemic local government area. And this is to reduce the spread and the breeding of these rats. And during that deratization exercise, we also conduct training for the communities.
Wow.
You know, we need to
Interesting to
engage
know.
them. Even during at times we use local bait.
Okay.
While preparing it, we make we make use of locally made materials that will be accessible for them to provide it in their different homes. All this is just to reduce the spread of Lassa
It is so
fever.
interesting to know that it is often said that knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Indeed, you're enlightening us. For instance, I know a lot of your audience do not know that there is something called deratization, you know, and the government is actually in support of that and providing what you need, the necessary tools to get that done. Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's good to know. And so I know also that for your office, there are some of these health issues that emanate from the spread of Lassa fever. But I'll come to that when we return from this break. I'd like us to pause a little. We'll go on a short break now. When we return, conversations will continue with Ms. Abimbola. Stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Health and Environment Insights, and today we've been having conversations with Ms. Abimbola Anyonleye Adegbenro. She is the Principal Health Officer from the Ministry of Environment here in Ondo State. The conversation has been about the critical role of environmental sanitation in combating Lassa fever. And so I'd like to ask you, as a health personnel, a sanitation officer.
Sanitarian.
Really. Yes. Oh, you're a sanitarian.
Yeah.
All right. Now, in the line of your job, what challenges do you face in eradication of Lassa fever?
Thank you. One, community resistance.
How do you mean? People do not want to listen, or they don't want to go by the rules.
Yes. Cultural belief.
How? That we should live with rats?
Oh, they believe that this rat has been in existence for years, and their forefathers were eating it then, and nothing happened today. Some still this cultural belief that our forefathers have been eating it and nothing is happening to them.
Wow.
So it is our duty to sensitize them,
Exactly.
let them know that it is not all rats
that are edible.
So what we tell them, just go total away from rats. Don't eat rats, because they may not know which is mastomy. Though we let them know that the mastomy rat is the one that has in the way we explain to the layman,
yes,
that it has many breasts.
Oh.
So that is how we explain to the layman.
Oh, so that
Do you understand?
So we can identify.
Multi-mammate, when we say multi-mammate, it has so that they can identify.
Okay.
But it is not everybody that can identify it. So it is better to do away with rats. Stop rat consumption. We have other proteins that we can go for. So community resistance, then let us say funding.
Okay.
Government is trying, but we need to contribute our own impact too. We need to contribute our own input You don't leave everything to the government. Government
We
has
have
tried
a role to
with
play.
sensitization, providing rat baits, jingles, or supporting programs, free healthcare for Lassa Fever victims. So we should give kudos to the government. So on our own impact, what can we do to reduce it? Let us stop eating rats. Then with the challenges, how we have overcome also.
Yes.
Collaboration with our sisters MDAs.
Okay.
There's this synergy between the relevant MDAs, the agric, the health, and environment in fighting this Lassa fever. Then, these days, it is just a plea to the government. They have tried their best. They are trying their best, but they should try and
do more.
Employ more personnel so that.
You need more hands.
Yes.
Okay.
We need more environmental health officers in the state so that we can do this work and spread these good
make
news
it more effective
across the state.
Okay. Now, there are some strategies that you must have adopted, aside sensitization. There are some strategies in your office that you have been effective in the control of Lassa fever. Can you tell us some about
community awareness?
All right.
Community engagement.
Okay.
Conducted trainings.
Trainings for
food handlers.
Okay.
The communities, the WDC, World Development Council, the community leaders, the
school owners.
Even children. Do you know?
Okay.
Children, they learn faster. When you tell them something, when they get home, they'll tell you.
Exactly.
My auntie
tell
said,
their parents,
"Mommy, this is dirty. Go and trash this thing away."
True.
So, school sensitization.
True.
Yes. Then, market women. They sell food. They also handle food.
And there are rats in the market.
So we tell them how they can preserve food for wholesome consumption. We don't wash gari before we eat, so let them containerize their gari. Even the gari fryers. We go to where they make garis. Some of them are those Osrc local government. They were recalcitrant in those days, but now we have seen changes in them. They don't longer spread gari on the floor. So some of them, they now fry their gari and they preserve it in a containerized form container. Do you get me?
Yes.
So this has helped us in our ministry to reduce the spread of Lassa fever.
So let me ask you, how does Lassa fever impact the overall community well-being and the local economy? How does it impact it?
During COVID-19, it affected Nigeria. It affected
globally. It affected us.
So also, whatever happens during that COVID-19 can also happen. So it is better we combat it so that they will know, what they call travel ban. When they place it on people coming into Nigeria or those states, it will affect our economy. Death, out of death for the victims, for those that died of, all this will affect our economy or our food that we produce, and suddenly they stopped buying our products. Won't it affect us?
It will.
It will.
We sure will.
Or those selling food, and maybe somebody died of Lassa fever and it was traced to maybe why the consumption of food he or she bought from. Would that person still sell?
Absolutely.
So it will definitely affect the economy.
It will impact the economy and our general well-being.
Yes.
Okay. Now let me ask you, what's for everything we're doing, with the advent of technology and all of that, everyone is looking into the future. So as a sanitarian, let me ask, what are your future plans as regards this eradication? What are you looking at to do?
Concerning technology?
Yes, in the course of this eradication. Not basically technology. I'm putting it to you as a sanitarian. What is Miss Abimbola Ayonleye Adegbero? What are you planning to do as your future plan in this eradication control?
One, community engagement. Let our people be aware of what
you want to do more of community engagement.
Yes. Two, To then
maybe
we
you
intensify more
Okay.
on our house to house. It is what we see that we report. Then we let our people know. We tell them, when you dictate, please let us know. Report to the nearby health facility. Then media. If you are doing anything and you don't engage media, the information cannot go far.
Exactly, especially the social media
So
right now.
You need,
and that's where technology is coming in.
Tatapo, we have different apps in which when you log on to it, you will see the what diseases it is, how to eradicate, the reporting channel and everything. So with that, we've gone about.
Okay. Now, aside the social media handles, can people visit your office, the Ministry of Environment, to lodge such complaints?
My department, we attend to public complaints. We have people who come when they see anything that is of public threat, health threat to the community where they live. They report to us, and quick action is being taken.
As a public health officer, I know you're not a medical doctor, but in the course of your job, you're almost, you're working in that line. I want to ask you, are there some telltale signs, like symptoms, that if we see them around us, we should know immediately that, this is beginning to look like Lassa fever? Can you talk about some of those symptoms?
I said weakness of the body, fever-like presentation, feverish, the swelling of the body, swelling of eyes, bleeding, feeling nauseated, diarrhea. All these are the symptoms of Lassa fever. And mind you, some are asymptomatic, though they have it, but it will not show. But when they start complaining of maybe little fever-like, please report early to nearby health facilities.
Now, what message are you going to convey to your audience today as regards this eradication? I want you to elaborate. You talked about some that are not, some symptoms earlier, but are children also involved in all of this advocacy? And if that is so, I want you to put together your thoughts in words now to convey a message to your audience today as regards how they can combat Lassa fever.
Thank you. Our mandate, we ensure that people live in healthy environments. So if you want to live in healthy environment, keep your environment healthy and also practice proper hygiene. When you live in an hygienic environment, you can't forsake. No, you can't. You can't. So we encourage people to ensure they practice good environmental sanitation. That's with all these prevention methods, they are all under environmental sanitation. Regular disposal of waste.
Okay.
Illegal evacuation of illegal waste dump sites around you. Containerizing food. Don't just leave your garri, everything open. Drink wholesome water. When we say wholesome water, thank God for this present administration, who is also providing boreholes. So we have access to potable waters.
Okay.
So with that, government has also tried their best. It is now left for us to continue and to intensify this sensitization, engagement, awareness, media engagement, and all.
Okay. Now, as we're warming up to wrap up today's episode, I want to ask you, as individuals in our various houses, we see one or two rats around, and I'm aware that whatever, medical personnel would say whatever can kill a rat can kill a human being as well. Tell us some of the ways we can eradicate rats within our home.
Thank you. One,
the safe ones.
All rat holes.
Okay.
Leading into your houses.
Home. Okay.
when you see holes, you block it, because you know rats, it is easy for them to burrow and they enter into one house.
Yeah.
That is one. Please ensure you block all holes in your homes. Then two, like I said, the deratization exercise is continuous. It's not something we do once or twice.
Is it carried out at the various local governments in the state?
All local governments, but most especially at the endemic local governments. But we also do it in.
So, are you saying some areas are more prone to this than others?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I'm from Ilanje. Is my area endemic?
No, we don't usually record cases from those areas, but we have. Don't let me mention it. So
okay.
That people will get fear that it's
right.
We know them, so we ensure we carry out deratization exercise in those endemic local governments. Then they also, in their own impact, please, they can also, like I told you, let them block all rat holes, evacuate waste, which is a breeding space for all these rats. Then ensure they practice proper environmental sanitation and proper hygiene.
Thank you very much for coming. It's been a wonderful time and an enlightening one as well. And I look forward to having you on this program sometime soon. Thank you for all what you do, and especially thank you for your time. On this note, we're going to call it a wrap on today's episode. We look forward to having you watch next week. Until I come your way again, I am Kemi Adeniyi. It's bye for now.